James in Staten Island. What's up, James?
Hey, what's up, Mike? Thanks for taking the call.
What's happening?
I just want to make a couple points about your soccer in general. I think that your point about Sports Illustrated not selling magazines is fair, but the demographic that has been purchasing Sports Illustrated is not really a younger demographic, where I think that's where soccer is taking its foothold. I'm 25.
Well, wait a second. But SI spends a lot of money figuring out where to market their magazine. They did 11 pages and the cover on soccer. Yeah, and you know what? They have to feel they're appealing to an audience if they do 11 pages in their magazine on soccer.
This will be one of the only Sports Illustrated issues I'll purchase. I'm a huge fan of all sports, just want to say, but soccer is taking hold in a younger generation.
No, it's not.
It is.
No, it's not. I don't agree at all. I can tell you right now, my boys are the biggest sports fans that they could possibly be. They have not spent 1 minute of their life watching soccer. Not 1 minute. And I can tell you right now, if I remember in the 70s, whenever the Cosmos were around, 60s, 70s, 80s, they were going to Pele, Beckenbauer, all those guys. Yeah. By the time 15 years went, that sport was going to be bigger than baseball. It was going to be the bigger. It never took off. It never happened. And now it's 40 years later, and it's never going to happen.
Well, I'm not saying that it's going to take hold in terms of like in America, where we're going to have teams here that are as big as the international team. I'm saying that there are people here that are huge fans of the international game. Now, what you're saying,
and many of them are from other countries.
That's true, but I'm not from another country, and many of my friends who are soccer fans are not from other countries either.
Yeah, but many of them are, because let's be honest. You're going to put soccer on TV here and do a big rating? No way.
I personally have the beIN Sports
now. ESPN will do it. ESPN's got 900 channels, so they can put soccer on and they can put it on all over the world. And you know what? They're not that worried about America because they got American stuff on 8 other channels. But the bottom line is, my point is, if you're marketing Sports Illustrated this week, you want to do 11 pages and the cover on an event that I can't find anybody in FAN's ever heard of.
I can't believe nobody's ever heard of it.
Nobody here had heard of Copa America. Nobody.
It's the South American Championship. And just to go back to your point, you said it was also taking place in France.
That's what it said.
What's taking place in France is the UEFA Championship.
Well, no, that's what. Listen, I just read what they said. They said it's taking place here and in France.
Well, that's not true. The South American, they have their own tournament, and then the Europeans have their own tournament as well.
Well, let's just get to what's going on here. What's going on here is an event next weekend that I have not had one person, I could not find one person here in an all-sports station has ever heard of the event.
Right, no, it's not covered in the
A week before the event, I have not heard one person, and I'm not saying the event's not sold out, because I'm sure it has sold out. I'm sure, yes, because listen, I can tell you this. When the World Cup was played here, I can't tell you how many people asked me to get them tickets. Here. Remember there were games here?
Yes.
I had people begging me to get them tickets here. There was a hot ticket here. And people were begging to get tickets here who were big soccer fans. Okay, fine. That's fine. I'm not knocking the World Cup. I'm not saying the World Cup doesn't have an audience, and we're a country of a lot of different nationalities. So, when we used to be in, when we were in Astoria, which is an enormous Greek neighborhood, when Greek won one year when we were there, in the afternoon, you couldn't even get up and down the streets. Couldn't even go home because they were celebrating in the streets because Greece had won. So I understand that, and this has nothing to do with the World Cup. We've all heard of the World Cup. My point is, I could not. I'm looking at an event. I'm looking at the cover SI, and I'm saying, what is this event about? And this event's next week. I've never heard of it. I went and asked everybody I could find here. Not one person knew what it was about.
I can't believe that. They're basically international tune-ups for the World Cup. Big international tournament.
What does it mean? Nothing then. It's a tune-up.
It's hosted by CONMEBOL. So CONMEBOL is the FIFA of South Africa.
Here's what's wrong with the whole idea from an American standpoint. Here's the perfect thing. Brazil's got 2 teams. They got a team in that, and they got a team in the Olympics. All right? Wait a second. What do you mean 2 teams? You have a team, or you got 1 team. Why do you have 2 teams?
Well, one's all has to be under 23 kids. One's like they're real good players.
Well, to me, that means that's a minor league. That's not your best league, then.
the soccer Olympics, they kind of keep it like almost like an amateur feel. Some of the guys are still, they're allowed to have 3 professional.
And listen, I understand that when Argentina or Brazil or whoever plays soccer in the Olympics, their countries are going to go nuts. I understand that. That's the sport of their country. I totally understand that. I'm not discussing that. I'm not discussing Olympic soccer. I'm not discussing World Cup soccer. I'm discussing SI having a cover story and 11 pages dedicated to an event none of us have ever heard of. And I went through the place. I could not find one person here who ever heard of Copa America. Alex in Bloomfield. What's up, Alex?
Hey, Mike. How are you?
What's happening?
Hey,
Mats is still pitching bottom of the 8th with 1 out. Where's his pitch count now, Mons? He got through. He's at 96. He got through the 7th really fast, so he's back in the 8th with 96 as his pitch count, 1 out in the 8th. So he's having a brilliant game. Go ahead. What's up?
Okay, so I'm listening to you talk about Copa America, and I totally understand your view of it.
My view is that no one's ever heard of it. I guess I don't have a view. I don't know what it is.
No, I totally understand. So what Copa America is typically a South American soccer tournament, only every 4 years, like the World Cup. What's going on this year is that this is the 100th anniversary, so the South American organization, along with the American, are organizing a tournament here, which is going to have, the United States, Mexico, and all of the South American teams. That's what Copa America is.
Right. Okay. Thank you for that. My point is, so for you as a soccer fan, it's a big deal?
Oh, it's a huge deal.
Why is it a big deal? What do you get if you win it?
You get the trophy, you get the distinction of knowing that you're the team that won the 100th anniversary. Actually, the final is going to be at MetLife Stadium.
Of Copa America?
Yeah.
What date?
June 26th.
June 20. The finals here, June 26th?
That's correct, June 26th.
Okay, now, so this is a South American event held once every 4 years, obviously in a year, not an Olympic year.
Right. Last year they.
Not a World Cup year. Excuse me, not a World Cup year, right?
No, it's usually like 2 years after the World Cup. So last year was held in South America, and Chile won it. So for the 100th anniversary, they're bringing it up here to the United States. Okay,
so and obviously the championship here will sell out no matter what 2 teams are in it, right?
I mean, the championship is going to sell out. It's gone on sale, I think, in January, and it blew through. Immediately sold out.
Oh, even though they don't know who's in the game, it's sold out?
No, people just bought the tickets immediately once it was announced, and, now you're going to...
And what would be the hottest ticket if who's here?
Well, obviously...
United States
somehow made it...
But the United States isn't going to be in it. They're not any good, right?
They have a really, really bad team right now.
Okay, so they're not going to be there. We know that. Okay, so they're not going to be there. So the best team is what?
You're probably going to have Argentina with Messi going for his first... He's actually never won a title with...
And Messi's the best player in the world?
It's debatable. It depends who you ask.
All right, so if I didn't say Messi, who would it be?
Cristiano Ronaldo.
Yeah, I've heard of him. I've seen him in GQ. He was in GQ about 2 months ago. I've heard of him. He was doing a photo shoot